And you're looking very fine today, Miss Dawn.
Oh, thank you. I'm feeling very royal if you would
Oh, yes, myself as
You
well.
look very festive.
Let's have the sun come up over the palace.
Perfect.
Are you ready to help the sun come up? Here we go. The sun is up. The sky is blue. Wake up and shout, cock-a-doodle! I wonder if they do have roosters at the palace.
Maybe they have a trumpet.
Oh, let's do that this time. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's be trumpets. The sun is up. The sky is blue. Wake up and shout, whoa, that was fun. I feel awake now.
Perfect.
I want to go up and down. Here we go.
Perfect.
Did you have fun going up and down with us?
I know a song about going up and down. Should we
you?
sing it? Okay. Oh, the royal Duke of York.
He had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, then he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway up, you're neither up nor down. Oh, that was very, very
There's a lot of ups and
good.
downs, which makes this song fun.
Yes.
But I think we need to sing it faster.
Oh, even faster.
Yeah, let's sing it faster.
Oh my goodness.
Can we do it? Oh, yes.
I need a beat. How fast is it?
That's good.
Here we go. Oh, the good Duke of York. He had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when you're up, you're up. And when you're down, you're down. And when you're only halfway, you're neither up or down. I can hardly keep track of that one.
Just go everywhere, up and down the whole mountain.
I forgot that we're in the palace and stuff.
Oh, should we sing it like we're palace?
Yes, I feel like if you were in the palace, they would be having opera voices or something fancy like that. Do you have an opera voice?
Oh, I will try my very best to find it.
Grand Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill, and he marched them down again. And when they were up, they were up. And when they were down, they were down. And when they were only halfway up, they were neither up nor down. That was very...
Definitely good. Definitely
That was
good.
definitely upper. I feel like I need to move around like I'm in the palace and just, you know.
Sure.
Oh, I'll get you the horse so you can come riding.
Sure. Oh, I would love to. My noble steed.
I love to play like I'm in the palace, moving around in my fancy clothing. This reminds me of a nursery rhyme.
What nursery rhymes do you know that have kings or queens in them? I wonder if Mary with her lamb, do you think she grew up to be a queen? Or maybe Miss Muffet, she could have been a princess? Or little Jack Horner, do you think he was a prince?
Remember me?
Oh, hello! Hi, Humpty Dumpty, how are you doing?
I'm all right.
I didn't know you were royal, though. Are you royal?
Well, there's a poem just about me
Oh, well,
and the
perfect.
king's men.
You're right.
Will you like me to sing the song for
I
you?
would love to. That would be great. Can I sing too?
Yup.
Perfect.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall.
Oh, goodness.
All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Poor Humpty Dumpty.
Oh, that's so sad.
It is I, Babette. I perform ballet in the palace. Or at least I pretend to perform ballet. I love it so much. And if you watch me do a special performance for you, you will see sometimes when I pretend to perform, I pretend the king and queen are watching me, and I look so elegant. And other times, I pretend I'm performing for the children and being so silly. Oh. I think I'm ready. Music, please. Thank you. Oh, that was so refreshing. Did you enjoy dancing with me? I enjoyed dancing with you. Oh, yes. I hope you will listen to much music and go fast and silly and elegant and slow. It's so fun to pretend different things like this. Miss Dawn, do you like pretending?
I love pretending, Babette, and I'm so glad I got to see you dance because it inspired me. I think I'm going to dance some too.
Oh, very, very nice. Well, I will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. This is a book that I have I'd like to share that is called The King's Highway. And the cool thing about this book is that it was written by someone from Springville. The author who retold and illustrated this book is named Howard Fulmer, and he is one of my neighbors. And this is so great that he's allowing us to read it on our music time today. Once there was a wise king who had no family. The king grew old, and knowing that he had no successor, proclaimed that in 3 days' time he would hold a contest, and whoever best traveled his highway to the castle would be crowned the new king. The decree was read throughout the land. On the morning of the 3rd day, spectators lined the road to watch as those who wished to be king began their travels. Standing at the road's edge, a young shepherd named Michael tended his flock. Gazing at the crowds, he asked, "Why has everyone gathered on the king's highway?" "Haven't you heard?" replied the stranger. "Today the highway's best traveler will become the new king." Each traveler was dressed in his finest clothing. The king rode a magnificent horse. Never had Michael seen such a splendid display. Wondering which traveler would be chosen, he gathered his sack of bread and cheese and followed the grand parade. The group trekked on, each hoping to be judged the best traveler. Just as the castle came into view, the travelers discovered a mound of rubble blocking the highway. "Look how big that is. How can we travel with this in our way?" they cried. "My fine clothing shall get dirty," said one. "I would have to come down from my horse," said the noble knight. "My many servants could clear this, but they are home guarding my wealth," said a rich merchant. Well, how do you like that? Knowing that someone there would be the new king, Michael worked his way through the crowd and started clearing the rubble so each could continue. He opened a narrow path for the rich merchant to pass. He continued until there was space for the knight on his horse to get through. He kept working and smiled at each traveler until all had passed, but then the sun was low and just a few stones remained. Bending to pick up another rock, Michael noticed something sparkling in the soil. He brushed the dust away to reveal a golden ring bearing the royal crest. "This is the king's," he said. "Someone should return it." He looked around, but the parade had long since passed. No one was remaining to carry the ring. Emptying his bundle of bread and cheese, he carefully wrapped the ring in the cloth. Then, with the stars beginning to dance in the sky, Michael cupped the priceless package in his hands and raced down the highway toward the castle. As the travelers were celebrating their arrival, Michael finally reached the castle. The king, standing near the courtyard gate, looked at the boy. "It is nearly light, my son," he said, smiling for the first time that evening. "What has kept you?" "I'm sorry it's so late, Your Majesty," whispered Michael, his voice trembling. "I found this while traveling and no one was left to return it, so I have come." Then, carefully unwrapping his bundle, he revealed the king's ring for all to see. Taking the ring in his hand, the wise king looked first at it and then at Michael. "This ring is not mine," he said. "But it must be yours, Your Majesties," said the boy. "It bears your crest." "Yes, it does bear the crest of royalty," said the king, "but the ring now belongs to you. I proclaim that he who best traveled the highway would become the new king. By clearing the road so that all could travel, You show that it is not fine clothing, fancy horses, or even great wealth that make a king. It is by serving others that one becomes great. Today, my son, you best traveled my highway. Then sliding the ring on the boy's finger, the king proclaimed Michael, the new ruler of the land. The end. That is awesome! Do you know that doing good is the thing that makes you the best? Not because you have fancy clothes, or a fancy horse, or even a fancy ring. It's because you helped people. I love it! A couple of fun at-home ideas for this theme is you could play king or queen, and you could set a timer for a few minutes and let someone be the king, so everyone else would be their servants and help them, and you could say, please get my shoes, or I need a drink, or whatever, and then take turns being the king or the queen. Also, you could look up some books about famous kings or queens. You could put them on hold at the library and check them out. Or you could have lots of fun putting on a robe, making a crown out of paper. You could do anything you want with your imagination.
And dress up fancy.
Yeah, and it's so fun. The sky's the limit for what you can think of to do.
But remember, the most wonderful thing that you can do is help other people in your family and help the people around you, and that will make things very fancy at your house. Shall we sing goodbye?
Sure.
Say goodbye, music time is through. Thank you, friends, we love to sing with you. Bye-bye from the palace at the Springville Library. Mwah! We've missed you and hope you're having fun this summer.